morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the optical rotations. What is optical rotation? The property of rotating the plane of polarization either towards left or towards right is called optical rotations. Optical rotations are two types. First, levorotatory. Those substances which rotate the plane of polarization of light towards the left direction or side are called levorotatory. This is represented as minus or a small l. Second type of rotations, dextrorotatory. Those substances which rotate the plane of polarization of light towards right are called dextrorotatory. It is represented as plus sign or a small d. Let us now take examples of optical rotations. This is the ordinary light. This is known as monochromatic light, not linear polarized. Here is the light sources. To this light are passed through a Nicol prism. This is the Nicol prism. This is the polarizer. This light pass only in one direction. After some times, these lights get only one direction. This is known as monochromatic light, linear polarized. This is the linear polarized. This light pass through the polarimeter tube. This is the polarimeter tubes or sample tubes where placed organic compounds. These tubes are placed the organic compounds. These organic compounds can gets rotate either the left side or right side by observe the detector or observer. This is the monochromatic light, linear polarized, rotate. If the angle of rotations is alpha, this is the rotate either left side or right side. Okay, so this is the instrument of optical rotation of plane polarized light. Okay students, let us now we understand what is plane polarized light. Plane polarized light, the beam of light whose oscillation or vibrations. Dear students, light get like the vibrations or wave-like properties. So, the oscillation or vibrations are confined to one plane. Only is called plane polarized light. It is obtained by Nicol prism. This light is obtained by Nicol prism. This is the Nicol prism. Okay, this Nicol prism enter the light and convert only in one plane is called plane polarized light. Okay students, and second points, optically active substance. What is optically active substance? The substance which rotate the plane polarized light when it pass through the solution are called optically active substance. This phenomenon is called optically activity. You seen clearly, this is the polarimeter tubes and here placed the organic substance. If the substance can get rotate either left side or right side, this is known as optically active substance. Okay, students, optically active substance. I repeat one times again. The substance which rotate the plane polarized light when it pass through their solution are called optically active substance. This phenomenon is called optical activity. Generally, all the organic compounds are optically active. Why? Because they can get rotate either left side or right sides. Or optically inactive substance, the substance which do not rotate the plane polarized light when it pass through their solutions are called optically inactive substance. Okay, students? And let us now discuss the specific rotations. What is a specific rotation? The angle of rotations. The angle of rotations through alpha is called a specific rotations. A specific rotations is defined as the number of degree of rotation observed when the concentrations of optically active compounds is 1 grams per centimeter cube and length of polarimeter tube is 1 decimeter. For D line of sodium vapor lamp at 25 degrees Celsius is called a specific rotation. Therefore, a specific rotations, that is alpha, equal to observed rotations denoted as A observed upon length of tube in decimeter and concentration of solutions in gram per mole ml. Okay, students, let us now discuss the next point, chirality center. What is chirality center? We also know that a carbon atoms is bonded to 4 different atoms or groups in a molecules is called chirality center. Okay, a carbon atoms is attached to 4 different atoms or groups is called chirality center, or a symmetric carbon, or a stereo center, or a chiral carbon. Dear students, you seen here this carbon atom attached to 4 different atoms groups. This is the methyl group, this is the hydroxyl groups, this one is the carboxyl group, and this is one the hydrogen atom. So these carbon atoms attached to 4 different atoms, hydrogens, methyls, hydroxyls, carboxyls. So this carbon is represented as sterics, and this carbon is called chirality center or asymmetric or achiral carbon. Why it is called asymmetric? Because it have no symmetry, so it is called asymmetric. Okay, generally asymmetric molecules is responsible for optical activity in such organic compounds. Next, chiral object. What is chiral object? A molecules which does not have a plane of symmetry is called chiral molecules. A molecules they have no symmetry is called chiral molecules. Symmetry means symmetry are mainly 3 types: plane of symmetry, axis of symmetry, or point of symmetry. Okay, students, it is not super impossible. It is not super impossible on its mirror image. It is also called disymmetric molecules. Dear students, you listen clearly. A molecule which does not have a plane of symmetry, no plane of symmetry, is called chiral molecules. It is not super impossible on its mirror image. It is called disymmetric molecules. Okay. The molecules which contain one chirality center are non-superimposable on their mirror image and hence are chiral. Okay. Let us now the examples of butane 2-ol. This carbon atom is the asymmetric, but if we put here the mirror, and this is the image of butanediol A and B. B is the mirror image of A. But if we put above the center of this carbon, this is the not superimposable. So it is the chirality center. Okay, it is the chirality center process, and this is the chiral molecules. Why? Because these image are not superimposable, so this is the chiral. And this is the superimpossibles if we put one by one. For examples, this is the mirror image of, this is the this is the mirror image of our hands, fingers. This is the same mirror image, but we put one and above. This is not get superimposed, so it is chiral. If the molecules can get superimposed or superimposable mirror image, this is called achiral. For examples, spheres, cubes, all these are superimpossibles. Okay, students, have you any problem to understand? This is the carbon atoms attached to 4 different atomic group, but do not the superimpose, so it is called chirality. It have present the chirality center, but it is the chiral molecules. Why? Because they are not superimposable. You see here the examples. This is the propanediol, 1, 2, 3. So 2 positions are present in hydroxide group. So propanediol, this propanediols, the mirror image is B of A, but it rotate 180 degree. This is the superimpossibles of C or A. C obtained by rotating B by 180 degree. C obtained by rotating B 180 degree, and this put 1 by 1 into above. This is the mirror image. C is superimposable on its mirror image of A. C is superimposable of mirror image of A. As you can see very clearly, propanediol doesn't contain an asymmetric. This carbon atom is not a asymmetric. Why? Because the same substituent are attached in this carbon. Okay. As all the 4 groups attached tetrahedral carbon are not different, but thus it is an achiral molecule. Why? Because they are superimposable. They are superimposable on their mirror image. Okay, students. And last, the stereoisomer related to each other as a non-superimposable mirror image are called enantiomers. Let us now we take another example. Okay, students. Chirality. An object that cannot be superimposed on its mirror image is called chiral. Okay, an object that cannot be superimposed on its mirror image is called chiral. You see the pair of palm, pairs of leg, palm. This is the not superimposable mirror image. This is the form of image. Okay, but this is not superimposed. So this is chiral object. This is the superimposable on mirror image. If we put 1 and above, this is the superimposed. So it is the achiral. This is achiral or this is the examples of chiral. Okay, thank you.